Undercooked barbecue. What you don't know actually may hurt you. Hey there, it's Bill West with BBQTricks.com. Recently, the actual temperature guidelines for cooking pork had changed in America's USDA guidelines. Good news is now that today's pork producers are making things a lot safer when it comes to undercooked food and transmitting harmful bacteria in the meat. In 2011, the USDA actually lowered the doneness temperature for pork to 145 degrees. A lot of people still don't know that and think it is 160 degrees like it used to, but they lowered it to 145 degrees, more in line closer to the beef. Chicken is still the bigger culprit for transmitting bacteria, and you want to be careful of that. That temperature remains a more strict 160 degrees that you'll want to watch, especially in barbecue. Beef stayed the same at a recommended 145 degrees. And by the way, a long, low and slow barbecue favorite, pulled pork. Pulled pork is a whole different deal, and it's actually recommended that you cook the pulled pork to between 195 and 210 degrees. A lot of people don't get it that warm, and it's not for food safety reasons. It's more to break down the collagen in the meat and more pull apart tenderness. So get it up there closer to 200 degrees. Not for food safety, just for better barbecue. So the USDA has adjusted its doneness temperature for pork. Mainly that's like a tenderloin and a more rare pork. For pulled pork, it's a whole different ballgame. So a lot of people love this ThermoPen ThermoWorks thermometer. We're going to use it a little differently for pulled pork. It's not as much about the internal temperature, although you're going to want to get the pulled pork loosen up for pulling, which is about 205 degrees, pretty warm. But more than that, since the temperature doneness for pulled pork seems to be getting higher and higher over the years due to different processing, we're actually just going to use this more once it gets in the 200-205 range to sink it in there and feel resistance. And if we are about 205 and there's no resistance in that push, it's time to pull the pork. All right, one of my favorite tips and tricks is to use a great grill with an internal temperature probe. I love this Traeger Texas cooker. Actually has probes you can put it in the meat and read the internal temperature, so you're always cooking your meat to full doneness. You want our full temperature guide? We've got all the meats, fish, and everything right there on the homepage. Click on Temperature Guide. It's at www.bbqtricks.com.